Yeah, that's gonna get caught in the beginning.
Got me again.
That's gonna be late. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll throw it in the wind and see where it go.
Yeah, clearly we're winging it, guys, as you can see.
That's definitely the beginning. But yeah, but we back though. We back. Nonetheless, we back. Ready or not, we back. Ready or not.
Yeah, man. Back again.
Yeah. Hey, look, like I was saying before we came on the show, being back consistently, getting my cigars up again. My humidor is about to start getting full yet again. It was looking really bare for a little bit, but being consistent with the show makes me consistent in the humidor. I always get more than I can smoke throughout the week because just ain't got the time that I would love to have. Not yet. But retirement time will be around the corner soon. And I'll have all the time to smoke. My humidor will be empty. Actually, you know what? It will be full, but it's gonna get empty real quick. But we're gonna fill it back up again.
Man, your humidor always full. You don't throw them old cigars away you have, man. You got stuff from 2012 in there, man.
And I do. And I do. But it's only one drawer. It's only one. Actually, no, one and a half drawers. It's a 3-stack. It's a 3-stack. Yeah. And I got like 1.5 drawers. They just got old cigars, and they got to come out. But I got more than one humidor though. It's not the only humidor. Cool. I got multiple.
See, this is the thing, man. You a cigar pack rat, bro. I didn't know it was a thing.
A cigar hoarder.
You a hoarder. You gotta let them go, bro. You gotta let them go. I know we say let them die in a beautiful way, but I don't know what to do other than the trash can for yours at this point.
At this point, yeah, no, they gotta go. I mean, and I've been doing great with the cigars that I smoke now. I'll be able to discard those, but for some reason, I got some older ones that I just never cracked open, and they still in the cellophane, and then just it ain't looking good.
This is what you do with them right here, and let them just crush the leaves.
Hey, do it like no matter of fact. You know what I would do? I'm gonna cremate them.
That's the best way. Put them in the backyard.
They were rolled intended to be burned and smoked. I'm gonna burn them. Yeah. I'm gonna let them ash out, and I'm gonna ash the ashes, dust the dust on them.
There you go, man.
That's the honorable way to do it. That's the honorable way to do it.
I respect that. I can appreciate that, man. That's a much better idea. Ooh, I don't know what that means. But shout out to you.
Yeah, sure. Whatever that is. But anyway, anyway, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to have my stack getting right. Smoking pretty good today. I am not mad about my choice of cigar today. You know, I let you pick my cigar for the day. You know what I'm saying? Little disclosure from behind the scenes. I let Jared pick my cigar today, and right now I'm gonna say thank you. You picked a good one for me.
Hey, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. I thought you would like that. I selfishly, I just wanted the review on it, to be honest with you. That's why I told you to smoke that one. But it is what it is.
And if anybody's curious about what I had lined up, I had a CAO, FASA, and I had an Alec Bradley, Gatekeeper. So obviously the best choice of the three is to smoke some Rocky Patel. So here we are.
Yeah, man. So look, man, this morning, or late last night anyway, not even this morning, you sent me like an inside clip of you and your son, and y'all were going at it. Over statistics in sports.
Almost came to blows now.
it was intense, right?
Almost came with me taking my belt off. That's what it was.
Yeah. So look, the argument was over basketball and what an assist is and what should not be considered an assist. And I'll let you break it down a little more because it was your conversation. So you know the ins and outs of it a little more than I do. Yeah,
for sure. Before we go in there, you want to get into the cigars, or you want me to just go straight into this?
Let's go into this. We'll double back to the cigars.
Okay. All right. So this is how this whole conversation started. It started with my son talking about triple doubles, and for some reason, it's a trigger for me. Triple doubles are a trigger for me. I can't remember how we got to triple doubles, but the conversation ended up going to triple doubles. And I was like, man, I don't care about no triple doubles, man. No triple doubles don't mean nothing to me. And he was like, how you gonna say that? Triple double, that's a big deal. Like, and I'm like, but it's the stats. The stats are padded now. Like with the way that the game is being played now, you got 150 points, and I asked him how many possessions are in an NBA game now as compared to 20 years ago, 15 years ago. There's a whole lot more possessions, and with more possessions, you will have more chances for rebounds, more chances for points, more chances for assists. It's just going to happen. The score is too high nowadays. Your average score, they scoring 130 like it's nothing. 130 used to be double overtime. You know what I mean?
Right.
You see the box score in the morning, 130. Oh man, that game went double overtime. Now that's regulation. So I don't have as much value in how many points somebody scored in a season or how many assists somebody had and all the triple double numbers. I feel like it's padded because the way the game is being played. And then now on top of that, I don't like how it comes about. Somebody shoots a long three, ball just goes crazy, goes anywhere, and somebody just grabs it. It's the rebound. They didn't really fight for it. It just kind of came to them. Oh, rebound.
It's not even just that though. Everybody goes back after the shot goes up. It's only like two people from the defensive team to stay back and decide which one of them gonna catch it. And if you LeBron, you push them off and tell them, go, I got it. Like
I got it. Yeah. You ain't boxing out. Ain't nobody boxing out. You know what I'm saying?
There's no battle in the paint.
Players fighting for a ball, 6 players fighting for a ball. No, it's 2 people. And it bounces this way or bounces that way. And you get it and you go down the court. And you're trying to get the next play. And then when it came down to assists, I'm like, the way these assists come about, the way the game is being played, they just play hot potato with the ball. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Whoever has enough time to shoot the ball to get off a good shot takes the shot. It's not setting your man up to get a shot. It's just you passing the ball around until somebody has the best open shot. And you take the open shot. So now the person who just gave me the hot potato, they get the assist because I decided to take the shot. It's not the same. So the whole thing with triple doubles and the assists, it's like I don't like it. I disagree with the way the game is being played. It just ain't it. Like it's no setting up the play. Chris Paul, Muggsy Bogues, Mark Price, guys like that, Isaiah Thomas, who's actually doing what they got to do to facilitate to get their man open and then finding that and dropping that sweet dime and getting it done. That's the way the assists used to be. Majority. Like it still happens now, but that's the majority of the way that it happened.
I'm gonna tell you something else that's different about the assist now. The NBA actually has you can go to online to a website and they'll show you all the breakdown of all the stats from the game. So you can see everybody's statistics. Every assist that was made, you can play and view the assist. You can view the steal. You can view the rebound. You can do all of that. Yeah, you can view every basket that was scored.
Okay.
Get this. The assist now, you can do 2 or 3 dribbles. When I kick it to you, they dribble 2 or 3 times, go do a pump fake and pivot, and then take a layup or something like that.
Hey, Danny, appreciate that. There
you go, Danny. That's for you.
It's our support for the troops.
We support the troops, Danny. No, we really do though. We support the troops, but
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I seen that. I forgot who they were talking about, but they were like, how you count these as assists when the dude took 4 or 5 dribbles after catching the ball and the guy gets an assist? You didn't set him up. You gave him the ball. He made a dribble move and boom. It used to be you pass the ball. Maybe they take one dribble in a basketball play and they get the shot. That was an assist. But now I can take 4 or 5 dribbles and that's still an assist.
Yeah.
I made my way to get to the hoop, but you get the assist because you just gave me the ball and I took 2 dribbles in a crossover and I got the layup.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how they count them now. And now they're not supposed to count them that way now, but if you watch the footage, you can see they count it that way. What up, Tierra Duncan? So with that being said, it's just it's not the same as a guy. It's not how Stockton was getting his back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's just different.
Right. But you running the break and you know exactly when to time that pass, get that pass off to get your guy. I had to ask my son to look I told him to give me the definition of what assist means. Just the Merriam-Webster definition of an assist. Or what is assisting? And he had to look it up. He couldn't even tell me what assist meant off the top of his head. He had to go look it up and then tell me what the word assist means. Like you're assisting somebody with scoring the ball. I helped you get that shot. I in some kind of way facilitated and set you up to get you the shot, an open shot. I got my man open, and I got him that basket. That's an assist.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that point of view. Look, I coach my son's little league team, right? And I was out there playing with him yesterday. It's spring break, so it was a little short house. Everybody wasn't there. It wasn't enough to have an even team. So I was just kind of playing as the additional player that they needed, but I wasn't really getting hands-on involved. But I would just kind of, pop in here and there, not blocking nobody's shots, not stealing rebounds and stuff. But as I'm going around, I'm telling players to cut because my instinct is to assist you. I see an opening. I'm looking, I'm giving them the eyes, I'm moving the head to the people I want to go to certain places. They don't know. I'm like, cut. They don't know what a cut is. I'm leading them to the spot with the pass. They're not even getting there in time because they didn't even know that's where they were supposed to go. But to your point, that's assisting. That's an assist. I'm putting you where you need to be at to score. It's different if you put yourself where you need to be at when I give you the ball. It's different.
Yeah, I just happen to pass you the ball.
Yeah,
you happen to score. That's the way that. And historically, it's always been that. It's usually the last person who touched the ball to the next person who scores gets the assist, whether I told you to cut or not. I get that. It's always been a thing, but it wasn't. It was like maybe 80-20%. Now it's like 80-20% the other way.
Yeah.
And if we're going to count them as assists, let's keep doing that. That's fine. But the way I look at it, you got to give them two different names. Just like how we got offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds, we had to separate those two, right? Just like how you got points. People put the ball in the hoop. You got field goals and free throws. You separate those. You got 3-pointers. Different ways to score the ball. There's different ways to get an assist. Separate the stat. A coincidental assist, you just happen to score the ball after I touched it, or a pure assist, I set you up for that play. Got to break them up.
I feel you on that. That's a very old head way to look at it, but your son is a few years away from being able to defend himself up here as a guest. So I'm going to just take his side. Now, his point of view in this was that the offense is spread out and they're swinging the ball around. It's all intention. It's intentional still because we're moving it around to get the open spot. You know what I'm saying? To get the open shot. Once we find it, they score. They still should be credited with an assist. That was his point, right?
Yeah, that was his point. And you're 100% right about that. Yeah, but that's not the way the game should. Like, it's not the same. There's two values of that stat. It's like, okay, yeah. But at the same time, it's like players are just moving around, and we're just finding an open man. We're swinging the ball. Hot potato. Until somebody has the best chance to shoot the ball.
Yeah, but like you said, that has always existed. It's just more predominant now because we've lost position. We're in positionless basketball. So the point guard, who is the on floor leader and the on floor coach, the quarterback of the basketball court, is gone. You know what I'm saying? As an actual role. So now
point guards are gone.
Yeah, the pure point guard is gone. So it's not the same playmaking that they used to do, where it's, hey, we're running a play for so-and-so. Or, I found so-and-so when the play was broken. It's more so now a team effort to get assists. So it's your assist is kind of coincidental unless you ball dominant. But I don't think that is denied to be an assist.
Call them team assists.
Hey man,
give the Spurs the assist. Don't give whoever. No, credit the Spurs. Give it to the coach. Coach gets the assist. How many assists does Eric Spoelstra have?
But the guys today they get the assists are the ball dominant guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys who get the triple doubles, they're ball dominant guys. You get your Jokers, you get your Lucas and stuff, man. They're gonna get it because they always got the ball in their hand.
The ball has to go through them.
Yeah,
every possession goes through them. Yeah, I agree. I understand that. I understand.
But that is what a point guard used to be. They're just not traditional point guards because they're gonna focus on scoring. But I got the ball so much, I'm gonna accrue 10 just off the strength that I'm in the game with the ball. Like,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
So
I
they
don't
can
like
get
it.
10 assists not being specialists just because of the way the
Now,
game is played.
yeah, just because the ball has to go through me, so I have an option. I have option one, shoot the ball, or option two, pass the ball. And then every now and then I go with option two and I get an assist. Great.
Yeah,
Okay,
when they draw the
great.
double, I kick to the right person.
Good for you. Just like if you look at, and we had to also do this. We looked at the top 10 triple doubles, right? Of course, you got your Russell Westbrook at the top. You got James Harden somewhere down there, like number 8. Then you got Luka and you got Joker. These are like 3 and 4 or 5, or one of those. Of course, Magic Johnson's in there somewhere still, and guys like that. I think LeBron James is in there, but then you got like your Luka and your Joker. That's like 3 and 5 or something like that. The spread is different from one to the next. And you got maybe Magic Johnson like 139 assists. I mean triple doubles, and then you got Joker with 180. You know what I mean? Like the disparity is so different, but it's the way the game's being played. Okay, great. I'm glad they got the triple doubles, but it don't mean the same to me. It's not the same value for the triple double as it used to be, only because the ball got to go through you as the star player.
Yeah, I don't have no beef with they double doubles. The triple doubles is a little weird because the assist, the rebounds are funny. So the rebounds is more my beef than the assists, just because it just is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always been people to get assists. Michael Jordan back in the day was point guard for the Bulls for a stretch on the Bulls. And I think it might have been like 10, 15 games or something. And they said he averaged a triple double during that time. Now, do you think Mike looked like Magic out there, or you think Mike looked more like what these guys look like today?
He look like what these guys look like today.
More than likely, because he was averaging 30, 10,
and the ball had to go through him, and he's not necessarily setting his man up, even though he has done that and found open man and be like, "Yep, no, Kerr, you take the shot. No, Paxson, you take the shot. Boom, assist. Because I'm gonna draw attention to me, so I know you're gonna be open." But that's smart basketball, though.
Yeah, IQ. Yeah, and I'm sure that's all he was doing in the 80s when he was point guard for a couple games. That's how he got the 30, 10, and 10, is because he was ball dominant. Now I got it every possession. I'm drawing doubles and I'm kicking on the double. You know what I'm saying? And he's already a good rebounder, so he probably got a couple little easy rebounds here and there that allowed him to get extra ones there. But I think that's a part of the game, man. It just is exposed now in this more positionless era. I don't think you should call it nothing else. But I do think that we have to be smart enough when we grade people's legacy to grade it on a curve based on that also.
That too. And a lot of people don't like that argument or that discussion, as far as like not necessarily saying asterisks for somebody, but also with just thinking like when you look at it and you look at the stats, you can't just take the stats off, like just go off the stats. Get it, the stats are great, but you can't just go off the stats. You got to look at, hey, when this player was playing for his 10-year stretch, the average score for every box score at the end of the game was 88 versus this guy whose box score is 140 for his 10 years that he played.
Kobe's 30 ain't the same as Luka's 30 now. They're different 30s. Because when Kobe was getting 30, he was 40% of his team's final score. You know what I'm saying? Like
you get 30 points out of the 85 points that your team put up. It's different. It's different. So I just look at it like that. That's why I say the stats don't have the same weight that they used to have. Stats are great. I like them. They're eye catching. They get your attention, and players want to get their stats. But as the old head stats are kind of falling off to the wayside, and they're falling out the top 5 of assists and rebounds and all this stuff. You can never tell me that Dennis Rodman's rebounds don't mean what Dennis Rodman's rebounds meant. Boy was getting to it. It ain't the same as the ball bouncing 15 feet off the rim and just falling into somebody's hands.
It's a different effort required to average those rebounds that he averaged in the day that he averaged it at the size he was against the type of big man he was playing against.
Exactly, that too. And here's the thing too, when it comes to like assists, when I used to try to hoop, I used to love to be the guy on the court bringing the ball up and trying to I love dropping dimes, man. I'm throwing that bounce pass with the spin on it. It's going this way and cut back that way. When you pass the ball, I love to pass. I love to thread the needle. That's why I was so passionate about the assist, because I'm like, back when I used to want to play, I used to want to be that point guard. I'm trying to Tim Hardaway that jump and get that nice pass, dropping them dimes. You know what I'm saying? That means something. It's a different kind of game. There's a pride in it, man.
Hey,
I used to pride myself on setting my man up.
We're the same in that sense, though. Like we share a lot of the same favorite players because we were into players who were pass first, score second, or could take over when needed to, but they knew how to pass the rock. Those were a lot of the guys we were into. So you know, like when I say Kevin Johnson, one of my favorite players, and you say it also, that ain't the name that people drop. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason me and you have an admiration for a guy like him. Like, but it's I can't.
The way the game was played.
Yeah, but I get that it's always existed. This era just gets to take advantage of that a little bit more. That's why I'm like, it is what it is. What up, Nikki?
What up?
Yeah, so I ain't mad at it, man. I don't think you need to change what it's called or none of that, man. But I do think that you just got to respect it differently, man. Like, and when you touched on something about the stats starting to become over. New people taking over stats and pushing some of the older guys off the list. I seen them debating some podcast was debating KD because he just beat Mike in points. He just passed Mike in points. Yep. And it was like, well, is he a better scorer than Mike? And then it got into the whole argument, but he's more efficient. How many shots did Mike take per game? And I think I looked it up. I think Mike averaged like 3 shots more than KD in a game. You know what it was? They said, your boy said it. Matter of fact, he my boy too, but he your boy right now. Zeke. Isaiah Thomas came out and said, you can put Kevin Durant on the Bulls back in the day, and you can't tell me he wouldn't get 6 chips. You know, so all of this played into the same conversation. And it's like,
I don't know.
He like, what if you put him in that triple in the triangle offense and he getting all the possessions that Mike got? He get to take as many shots. Mike only took 3 more shots than KD, and I don't know whose career percentage is higher because Mike shot it like high 40s. You know what I'm saying? And in most cases, 50%. In a lot of his 60 point games, he was shooting at over 50% clip. So he gets this. A lot of these guys are passing it over the longevity thing and the volume of shots that they're getting up now, just scoring, and it looks a particular way, but you still got to be able to analyze what it was then and what it took then versus what it is now. And it's not. I don't say that to shade the guys now, but I say it to say just understand what each group era is dealing with in their era. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what opportunities are presented each era.
Yeah, you can't just look at the status by itself. You have to look at the way the game was played. You got to look at the era. You got to look at style of play, and it's you got to grade it on a curve. You got to grade it on a curve when you're looking at. And I disagree with Zeke. You put Kevin Durant on that Bulls in the 90s, they might not have the same outcome. He ain't got the will to win like Mike had.
That's it.
He ain't that flame. He ain't had that flame like Mike had.
Zeke is overlooking leadership. That Bulls team needed leadership.
Yeah,
they needed leadership, and Mike was that.
Yeah, we already know what KD did in OKC when OKC needed leadership. He diverted.
That's his weakness, is leadership. He's diverted on every team he's gone to. Diverted in Brooklyn, diverted in when he was over in the Suns. He's diverted in Houston. He's ready to get up out of there now. Like he ain't that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, he's one of the all-time greats, but he ain't
when he played with a silent leader like a Draymond Green and a Steph Curry. It's the only chip he got. The only chip he got.
Yeah. And this is the beautiful thing for Steph in Golden State in general. They won before him, they won with him, they won after him. That lets you know all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we won with him, but we won before him and we won after him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly. So I completely don't get me wrong. KD nice. He's nice. He would be one of my favorite players to watch. Like I like watching him play within the last 12 years. 15 years even. Maybe 15. Let's go 15. In the last 15, he would be top 5, top 10 of players I like to watch back in over the last decade and a half. He's one of those. I enjoy watching him. I think he was a great player.
He's one of those, but this is where I'm gonna probably lose you. I think KD overrated, man. I think he overrated. Not talent wise, he's rated properly talent wise, but legacy wise,
Legacy wise, okay.
I think he's overrated.
No. Yeah, I can get with you on that. I can get
Yeah,
with you on that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Talent wise, he's everything they say he is, but legacy wise, I
because
don't.
what he needed to do in order to solidify his legacy is to take a team that didn't have a Steph, but didn't have just had some good solid players and take them to the finals. Never done it. Didn't do it like you said. Didn't do it in Brooklyn. Didn't do it in
He
Phoenix.
did it in OKC. He did it in OKC.
But it wasn't his team. It wasn't him. It wasn't him. He wasn't the motor. Westbrook was the motor.
That's also why they didn't work, because Westbrook was the motor. They didn't.
Yeah,
KD felt like that's me.
If KD was the motor, they would have won. They would have won.
Yeah, but I think, man, when people talk about,
We had a better chance.
When you put him in the names, they keep putting him alongside, they put him ahead of Steph in a lot of cases. They put him alongside Brown when they talk about the greatest players from this era. And I'm just like, I just don't see him as that. I don't see him as that. Like, he's a great scorer, but he don't do nothing else great.
Top 10
He's not a great rebounder. He's not a great leader. He's not a great defensive player, not a great shot blocker, not a great playmaker. He's not great at nothing but scoring to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
but good overall.
Fun to watch.
I would say top 10 of this past generation.
Yeah,
not the new generation of the guys right now, but for the guys who came in that 2010, 2011, 2012 class, top 10 amongst them.
Yeah, it got to be top 5. You know what I'm saying? But even then, it's just like, I don't know. They just throw his name too loosely out. You know who he is to me? He's the 2000s T-Mac. He's just T-Mac to me, but he got a chip. All the talent in the world, but
now T-Mac nicer. T-Mac nicer.
You got T-Mac over KD?
T-Mac nicer. T-Mac is.
I ain't gonna argue with you, bro. I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah, he ain't T-Mac. But anyway, dog, we ain't even got to our cigars yet, man. What are we smoking today?
Pop it up there, man. You said he ain't T-Mac. You gonna piss somebody off. But I won't argue with you.
All right, here we go. All right, we smoking some Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel.
Hey, I said T-Mac. I thought you were gonna get offended and I compared him to T-Mac. You got offended the other way. Man, ain't T-Mac. What are you talking about?
I mean, like, here's the thing. You should have known that. I'm not gonna pick too many players from the 2010s up over 2000s players. T-Mac was one of those quintessential late 90, early 2000 guys who just had it, full skill set. The man put up what? How many points he put up? Like that 13 in like 8 seconds, something crazy. I can't remember what the stat was.
Yeah,
but the boy was nice, man. The boy was nice.
Yeah, when we talk about full skill set, he probably did have a better full skill set. But I compare him to him because they're guys who were tough to deal with because of their dimensions, but at the same time, they just didn't fulfill their legacy of what they could have been. Like,
yeah. And T-Mac is he's one of those. But nah, he ain't no T-Mac. But yeah, man. But anyway, smoking Rocky Patel, Royal Vintage. Quick little snapshot of what I got. Quick rundown. Ecuador, Sumatra wrapper. Honduras origins, filler Honduras, and filler Nicaraguan as well. Honduras and Nicaraguan. That's what we got.
So for me, I got the Padron 4000 natural, and it looks like Nicaraguan all the way through, man. From the wrapper to the origin to the binder to the filler. I got a Nicaraguan stick.
There you go. Okay, man. Yeah. So yeah, man. You had kind of mentioned, and I concurred with how you were feeling. Kanye West, he's back.
Yeah,
Kanye West is back. So, and you see my reaction? Kanye West, he's back.
Yeah. So I had a good friend of mine ask me, indirectly asked me. They showed me a couple songs from Kanye, and we got into a little bit of a conversation. It was very brief, but it was basically if I heard the project or not. And I only heard like 3 songs off of it. And I was saying, I listened to it. What I heard sounded good. Kanye's good at what he does. But as I listened to it, nothing compelled me to continue listening to it, to go to the next song and get all the way through everything he released. I just was like, I don't think I care what Kanye got to say. It just hit me after the 3rd song. I was like, yeah, that sounds good too. I don't think I care what he got to say. And I just was like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't know he dropped a new album, but I saw that he was doing some concerts. Like, he's performing again? He's out and about. Oh wow. Okay, cool.
Now I saw some footage from the performance. His shows look incredible. What he's doing.
So that's kind of what I've been hearing. Like his stage show was like outrageous. Man, I'm like, he's back.
Yeah,
I think he pulled out. He had Lauryn Hill show up for one of his shows to do All Falls Down and all that stuff. He brought out L Boogie and all that. I mean, that's dope.
Yeah, L Boogie.
But don't care. Don't care. I don't care. And so while we were mentioning it, I pulled up Kanye's discography, and I'm like, when was the last time I was really checking for Kanye? And I'm going back through his
graduation for you.
No, I'm gonna say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's probably the last time I listened to Kanye.
That's about right for you.
The graduation, okay. I mean that's going back to 07.
Nah, my dark. I was exaggerating. My dark is about right. I'm pretty sure that's the timeline for you.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, he had Yeezus, he had Life of Pablo, Ye, Jesus is King, Donda and Donda 2, and now Bully. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums in the last 16 years. And I've heard none of them. I've heard none of them. I can't tell you what song
about Donda, to be honest with you. I checked out Donda. Yeah, I didn't know about Donda too. And Donda was the Christian album, right?
Yes. No.
That's why I checked that one out, just to see how he was going to go about going through with it.
I think Jesus is King was his Christian album. Donda was something else, but of course he named it after his mom. But
okay, I flip-flopped him then, and maybe Jesus King is the last. No, I could have sworn I checked out something off Donda. I just don't remember the songs. Obviously, it didn't get no burn with me. You know what I'm saying? But
no burn. So, but Kanye's Kanye. He's gonna do his thing, and I guess I'm glad to see that he's actually still working and making moves, doing his thing. I mean, we didn't think that Kanye would even be as relevant or as big of an artist back when he first popped up on the scene. Like when we ran into him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when we ran into him, he was the underdog, and we were like,
underdog.
Hoping this guy made it because he actually represented everything that we were into at the time.
That time, yeah. He was a sign of our times for that period. That 03, being in college and wanting to do music and making beats and then rapping on them like the first.
He showed you the path to what you wanted. You wanted to be Kanye before Kanye, but he showed it could be done.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say I want to be Kanye. You said I want to be Kanye before Kanye was Kanye.
Yeah, I didn't know Kanye was the Kanye in the game to say I want to be.
I was trying to do what he was doing before he became that. Before I even know, and then he pops up on the scene. It's like,
unless you want to say Q-Tip,
Q-Tip is, but I think Kanye did it on a different level.
Yeah,
different level of, what I'm saying, being a producer / rapper. Like I'm going to do it all myself, and I'm going to be at this level with Q-Tip, iconic, classic, rapper. But I never looked at him as what I'm saying, in that vein. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When he rapped, of course, he was in this thing, but I don't want to down Q-Tip. Try not to down Q-Tip.
Yeah. I feel it where it's going. You don't got to make your point because it's understood.
Yeah, it's understood.
What up, Patrina?
Yeah, Patrina in here. Good to see you. Yeah, man. But yeah, so just not interested. But I am kind of interested in seeing like where this plays out this next run, if there is going to be another run, because this is 4 years from Donda 2. 4 years. That is a significant amount of time for artists of this generation. Well, he's not just of this generation, but this day and age. We'll just say in this day and age, they go 4 years between projects.
It's been a lot of life he lived in those 4 years, though.
Yeah,
a lot of life. and it would be. I didn't hear it from the songs I listened to, but it would have been nice if he'd have touched on more of it. Like a lot. This is what Kanye. When people say they want the old Ye, it's a certain. We want Ye speaking on his life, like early Ye. I don't want to just hear Ye just flaunt and talk luxury and talk. I don't want to hear the Jay-Z raps from him.
Reckless talk,
yeah. I don't want to hear the reckless talk. I don't want to hear the Jay-Z raps. I want to hear Ye have some subject matter because he got a lot he could say, and I wish he would give us more of that. You know, he ain't got to go back to the soul samples and stuff, you know, sped up, but talk the same conversation that guy was talking.
Talk that talk, like that straight up talk, like still barring up. Like he was still barred up back then, but the way he was bringing his subject matter to light was in a dope way. Not that anymore. Well, at least I don't know him to be that over the last decade or so, decade and a half. But hey, real quick, I'm gonna come off Kanye. I'm gonna ask you a question because it's popped in my mind. So J. Cole has been doing a lot of interviews lately. A lot of interviews. Talking about somebody who's popping up. He's been doing a lot of interviews. And what I've been seeing, you always got to go to the comment section and see what the people's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Not to formulate your opinion, but just to be nosy. I gotta be nosy. Sometimes I gotta see what they're saying. And they're saying that J. Cole is tarnishing his legacy by doing all these interviews.
I've heard people I've heard the people online that do these stuff like what we do, and the podcasters basically say stuff like that they didn't like it, but I don't know the reason. So give me the reason why people are saying that.
Okay, so a lot of them are saying that based on the rapper that he portrays himself to be, right, is not matching up to how he talks in the interviews, as far as like he goes around the bush too much, is what they're saying. Yeah, and it's coming off as disingenuous. It's like, as far as like, nah, if that's like the person that you portraying in your raps, and this is J. Cole, and this is who J. Cole is, we want to hear you talk that talk. And if you're gonna say something, especially when it comes to hip hop realm, being straightforward and going at somebody, if you got an opinion, is what a lot of hip hop is predicated on. You get T.I. in the interview, and he gonna say how he feel. You get 50 Cent in the interview, he gonna say how he feel. It's gonna be straight up talk. You get Kendrick Lamar in an interview, he gonna be straight up and say how he feels. And they feel like it's a lot of swinging around the corner, going around the block, up and down the street to get to a point, and backtracking, doing a lot of backtracking. So the mystique of who J. Cole is when he's rapping and stuff like that is being tarnished in a sense that this ain't the guy we thought he was.
I heard Joe Budden podcast say something similar to that. You know, I don't know. You know, because all Cole could just be a gray area kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So if I say I felt this way initially, now I feel this way, but then when I thought about it, I feel this way. Okay, we all do that from time to time if we're conscious enough of this. If we bother to break down our life experiences, we'll all feel differently if we take a minute to breathe and think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I agree. I definitely agree with that, because how you felt at one moment doesn't mean you're tied to when you have to stay with that feeling. Like you're entitled to swing your opinion. You're entitled to. But here's the thing. But here's the thing of what I feel like he should do in an interview is saying, this is what I felt in the moment. This is why I said what I said, and stand on that. But I feel this way now. I shouldn't have gone about it that way. My approach shouldn't have been this, but this is how I felt. Maybe he just it's too much. Like you say, maybe he's a gray area type of person. It's too much gray area and not standing on anything to be like, yo, this is me.
Now, from what I heard in I haven't watched all of his stuff, you know, but the clips I've seen from him, I feel like he's just saying it. He's not using those precise words you did, but he's getting at it's the general message he's getting across. Hey, initially I felt this way, you know, I took a moment, I felt this way afterwards. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong. Yeah. See, people want controversy. He's not giving you that. He's giving you my emotional response and then my thought out response. And
I like that.
That's what Cole is. That sums him up. He light skinned, my emotional response. Once I actually calm down for a moment and use my conscious mind, I realized, okay, let me be logical about it. He's overcoming his light skinnism. So we just get to hear him express that.
Yeah. which
That's
is
my
which is
take
which
on
is,
it.
which is dope. Like I don't mind that. Me as a person, I don't mind it, but do some of the fans or like the audience of hip hop, do they have a right to feel the way they feel? I'd say maybe. But so it's a contradiction in the way the game is portrayed and played, and I think that's what the issue is more so than anything. I think that's what people have the problem with, because this is the realm of hip hop, and they're expecting for people to have that bravado, and he's not showing that bravado, and he's kind of backtracking on a lot of things. I think that's all. I think that's all it is. But I definitely agree. Like in real human life, we're entitled to that, and we should operate in that manner. We definitely should
Yeah.
operate in that manner.
That's a nice ash, bro. I got to give you. And that little black line around it looks perfectly round. That's good, man. That's good stuff. Shout out to Rocky. But I think no, shout out to Rocky Patel. Rocky Patel, that is, that ain't you. But I think the fans being hard on him, man. Like Cole has been out of the media for so long. You know, Cole ain't came into the media since. That's what you get. See what bragging does? Yeah, stay humble next time. You'll be all right.
Word to J. Cole.
Yeah, word to Cole, man. But I think the fans being hard on him, man, because he's been out the media since he had like a nappy fro. You know, we ain't really got to see Cole in a long time, man. And like they want him to be a particular way, but I think he's showing us through interviews exactly who he's always been through his actions. And what we saw when he pulled out and apologized to Kendrick is
he's embodying that. Yeah, he's embodying that.
He's embodying it. Yeah, he just ain't embodying what y'all want, but y'all didn't want him to do that when he did it. But that's who he is. I say stick with it. Continue to put yourself out there, and you can't hurt your legacy being true to yourself, man. You know, like living a lie can hurt your legacy more than living your truth. I want him to go out here and live his truth, and the real that connect with it will connect with it, and the ones who wanted some fake out of them, they'll move on. But that's what it always gonna be.
Yeah. You know who needs to live their truth? Tiger Woods. You know, stop living your truth. Start living your truth and stop driving. Anyway,
Tiger should have been lived his truth, man, all the way back with Elon or whatever his woman was, man. Yeah, Tiger knew he wanted 6 or 7 women, or 10 or 12 women, or whatever he had. He should have just started. He should have just back then got his 10 or 12 women and quit golfing and do whatever drugs or alcohol he on and just go. You rich, man.
Live your life, dog. You rich.
Live your life, man.
Live your life, my boy.
He tried to pull the Michael Jordan method. It's hard to be Mike. Mike lived clean all the way up till he slapped that little boy on the butt or whatever he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to live that clean.
I don't mean to laugh. Anybody got like problems with PDF or whatever, but I ain't saying that's Mike. But
nah, Mike ain't no PDF. This is the thing with Mike, right? Mike come from an era and he stay out of the limelight so much that he don't even know that's played out. Like, you know, back in the day, you pat somebody on the butt, like, good job. Because if you hit him on the back too hard, you could hurt him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of butt tapping back in the days. He from the butt tapping era, like to show love.
Which wasn't a pause moment. We had to pause that. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't even pause it back then. It was just what you did.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be what people were trying to make it out to be.
Yeah, and I also heard somebody say actually they poured ice and look, he had ice all on him. You know, Mike got big hands, so when Mike grabbing, like it looked weird, like he just pinching, but Mike is trying to take.
You got 6'6" Mike with big hands. It's gonna look a little weird,
and they stiff. They don't, you know, his fingers be like they bend weird, like they don't even look like they bend like this, like because he cut his finger, so he's doing this to try to get the ice out, and it looked weird. That's the way it was explained that I heard. You know, I don't know, but I don't think Mike no creepy.
I don't think Mike meant anything bad about it. But yeah, it's hard to be Mike. It's hard to be Mike.
Yeah, and Tiger couldn't keep that clean like he tried to, because he was like the second biggest sports figure in the world at the time, right behind Mike.
Arguably biggest. Arguably when he won the Masters, and between that 97 to 2005, he might have been the guy. But yeah, man. But it is what it is. But let's go back to legacy. Let's talk about music real quick. Let's talk about some legacy And let's talk about music for a quick second.
All right.
So I sent you another post this morning. Was it last? I can't remember when I sent it to you. But it's this post about these R&B singers in particular eras, and the years don't encompass their entire career, right? Which is cool. Which is why I like this post a lot, because it's not talking about their whole career. It's talking about a particular time period, and that's the time period that you got to consider. Because I've seen a lot of comments that people are talking about, oh, how you gonna rate this person over this person, that person over that person? When Mike went from 79, well, he went from the 60s all the way to 2001 when Invincible came out. Like, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the time period. We're talking about a specific time period in a vacuum, and we gotta consider the time period. So the post had this. It said, who had the best run for R&B singers? We're talking R&B singers who had the best run in the past 50 years. And you can only pick one. I didn't do the pick one. I did a rating from 1 to 6. So you had R. Kelly from 92 to 04. You had Michael Jackson from 79 to 95. You had Usher from 97 to 2004. You had Keith Sweat from 87 to 96. Babyface from 1989 to 1996, and then Chris Brown from 2007 to 2005.
Now I'm gonna say this also. What's up with this little baby run they gave Usher and this little baby run they gave Babyface?
I'm thinking about the eras of their biggest hits. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like their era of the biggest hits, because of course Chris Brown, to me, his biggest hits came after. Usher's, of course, his biggest hit came in 04. Michael Jackson, tremendous run. R. Kelly, biggest hits to me between 92 to 04. Keith Sweat, same. So I'm thinking they're going in the vacuum of their biggest hits. Did Babyface have bigger hits after 96? I'd probably say, yeah, he did. But how big were they? Were they bigger than the ones from 1995 and 94?
We're looking at Babyface the artist, right?
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Let's go with Babyface the artist. Yeah, let's do Babyface the artist.
We do R. Kelly the artist too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're gonna take away what you've done for other people.
Yeah,
man. Definitely Mike. Without a doubt. Mike's number one. Because that's an all-time run, any genre. You take the R&B out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
ain't nobody. Because once you put out Thriller,
nobody got to run. No, nobody got anywhere in your timeline. You got a Thriller. You're killing anybody's run. You're killing anybody's run, because that album just stood the test of time throughout his run and beyond.
Yeah, and then you had a bad, and this went to 79, so this is off the wall. I mean, that's a tough run just with them three. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah.
But so Mike, hands down,
Mike number one for sure.
Then, based on my logic, that gives Usher a boost with Confessions. That gives him a boost because none of these other artists had a Confessions.
You're right. Not even Kelly.
It gives him a boost. Now, I can't, in good musical fandom, put Usher over R. Kelly. So I'm gonna go with R. Kelly's run.
Okay.
But Usher automatically gets a boost to 3 just because it is what it is.
Okay. So like this is why I looked at it before you keep going. The way I saw Usher, you got 97-04. So you got this, and then this. R. Kelly, you got this from 92 to 04.
Yeah.
Usher, you got this, and this is a better run than this. You know what I mean?
The 87-01 was what set the momentum for Confessions, though. You know what I'm saying?
I like 87-01. I like 87-01 better than Confessions, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. That ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Confessions hit like that because of what came before.
You make me wanna, but then Confessions. You know what I mean? My Way was a good album. I listened to it back in the day. I like My Way.
Yeah. So we going Mike Kales it too?
That's what I'm thinking.
I already said Kales it too, but that's my personal bias. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. Like, I understand if somebody said, "Nah, you're being a hypocrite." You said Thriller, and
we also said Thriller
on this list is
off the wall.
Look at the trio. Yeah,
You ain't got that with
ain't got
87.
that.
I mean, 87 one ain't off the wall. It just ain't. It ain't bad. It ain't.
Is it not bad?
It's not. No.
You don't think it's in the realm of a bad?
That was tremendous.
It was tremendous. 8701 was tremendous.
But it wasn't bad though.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
You ain't gonna get an argument out of me. You ain't gonna get an argument out of me on that line. You know what I'm saying? Because I threw bad out there from the jump, like, you know, as part of the trio. So I respect it, but just fighting for Usher a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But
all right. I respect it. I respect it.
Move on. You know, no, you got it. I agree with you.
Number 3.
These last 3: Keith, Babyface, and Chris Brown.
Okay, so you automatically put Usher at number 3 then?
He's a 3.
Automatic. Okay.
Okay. We in agreement.
Okay.
Yeah. Once again, if somebody fought us down and said, "Hey," but if somebody put a gun in my head and say Usher's the 2, I'm like, you got to play here too. But I think R. Kelly's it too. You know what I'm saying?
Because R. Kelly.
3, 4, 4, 5, 6 get weird for me.
Okay.
Because 2007 to 2015, Chris Brown, that run wasn't as good as it sounds, because he got canceled during that round because of the Rihanna stuff. And then he started making the comeback. So half of those years was mixtape Breezy. Like, it won't even, I couldn't get on the radio Breezy.
Which was still solid Breezy, because he was finding his way back.
That's when he found out who he was as an artist. And that's who we got today from that era.
And he lived his truth.
Yeah.
He started living unapologetically.
Man,
you got
this might sound foul. I want to put Keith in 4th.
Keith at 4 over Babyface.
I want to put him in 4.
I'm not going to be mad at you. When
we originally talked, I had Babyface at 4, but when I take and I just make it about being an artist, and I just think about who I felt the most out of during this window of music, that era. Yeah, I felt Keith's hits a little more than Babyface hits personally. Just Babyface's music alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing he did with nobody else.
Artist. Just him the artist. Yeah. Okay. So Keith number 4. For me, I want to put him 4. I'm not mad at you.
I'll probably go ahead and throw Babyface 5, Breezy 6. You know what I'm saying? But if you flip flop and put Babyface at 6, once again, I won't be upset.
Yeah,
I won't be upset. The only thing that hurts him is Babyface has a smaller window of time. It's 7 years for him and 8 years for Breezy. But once again, I don't think Chris. He was kind of inactive during some of that 8 years right there. Yeah. If I remember the timeline correct.
He had some hits. But were those hits anything that compared to any of these 5 guys? In my opinion, no. Maybe because of the era that we grew up in. And I would be pressed to ask somebody who's maybe 25, 30 years old, and for them when they were in high school to their early 20s, how did they feel about Breezy in 07 to 15? It just didn't mean anything.
I don't even remember him until about 11. From 07 to about 10, I don't remember them 3 years.
He came back with some smashes though. Don't get it twisted.
What were they? I don't even remember him. He came out 05. He hit big. He did the Christmas album in 07, 08, something like that.
Let's look at it.
He beat up Rihanna like 09, disappeared for 2 years and came back. And that's when he was jamming again. All
right, so let's look at it. So he had the graffiti. Well, he had an exclusive album in 07, which had, let me see, Wall to Wall, Kiss Kiss, Take You Down. Okay, that might mean something to somebody. Not much to me.
I like Take You Down. That was Tank, I believe, man.
Yeah. Then he had the graffiti album that didn't have much on it. Crawl, I Can Transform You. I don't even remember those songs.
I do.
And he had Fame in 2011. Fame had Look at Me Now.
Fame was that's the album, 2011. That's why I say 11. So that Kiss era and that Crawl era, one ear out the other. But I was too grown for that. That music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't resonate for me. Then he had X in 2014. Which had Fine China, Loyal, New Flame.
Yeah, he was out of here after 11. He was back doing his thing again. That's the Breezy that we love today from 11 up.
So when I gave you the list yesterday, my original list said this. I had MJ at 1, Kels at 2, Babyface at 3, CB at 4, Usher at 5, and Keith at 6. That's the way I did it. But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, if we're gonna talk about CB, we're gonna talk about Breezy from 07 to 15. I had to move Chris to 6 and put Keith at 5. But then now you just mentioned if we just talking about Babyface as the artist. So I was thinking Babyface as a producer, not just the artist. So I had Babyface at 3, right under Kels, thinking about him as a producer, writer.
Yeah.
But if we just talk about Babyface, just the singer, the artist, I have to agree with you on that. I'm gonna go MJ 1, Kels 2. I'm gonna move Usher to 3, Keep the 5, and CB to 6.
And who you got, baby? Where you got Babyface at? You said Keith at 5.
My bad.
Babyface
4? No, my bad. MJ 1, Kels 2, Usher 3, Keith. No, Babyface. Oh no. I gotta go. Okay, MJ 1, Kels 2.
Come on, man.
Usher will have to move the. Oh. Okay, no, Keith at 3. And put Usher at 4. Babyface at 5. CB at 6. Cause I like Keith from the 96 album was dope. Then you got I Wanna Keith Sweat. You got the
Keith was jamming, bro. Keith was jamming.
Yeah, Keith was jamming. So I got Keith over Babyface now. I was thinking about Babyface, the writer and producer. So I'm gonna have to drop Babyface all the way down to 5 and CB after Babyface.
There you go. There you
so
go.
I had to
Tier, I don't know how old you are, Tier. What's your list? Come on with it now. We got R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, Usher, Keith Sweat, Babyface, Chris Brown. Come on with it now. Give your order. Obviously, you got Usher at 1, since we can't talk bad about old long nose. But shoot, we on the same accord now. You know what I'm saying? I think we're in agreement with that.
Yeah. Because I had to rearrange Babyface if we just talking about the artist. I was never a big fan of Babyface. It's just the singer, the artist.
Yeah.
I love it. I love his hits. I love his writing. You know what I'm saying? He's a phenomenal artist. But as like I'm not chilling in the crib listening to Babyface on the random. Nah. You got all right, who's this discography you gonna listen to? Is it gonna be Keith or is it gonna be Babyface? I'm putting Keith on. Keith on. Babyface, yeah, you can wait. And when I get tired of listening to Keith, I'm gonna listen to Babyface.
That's how I feel about it, bro. I'm with you. You know, I never find myself on a Babyface run when I'm going through music. I might go on a Keith run for a couple songs, but Babyface, I might hit one and then
move on. And then you're moving on.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I hit one. I hit a Babyface song. It'll get played, but it ain't. It ain't 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't go back to back.
Yeah, you're going back to back on Babyface. I'm just not.
I'm just not, man. I ain't gonna do it, man. Well, man, that's what it is, man. Let's jump into the reviews, though, man. Let's review these sticks.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm excited to talk about mine. I want to hear about yours.
Okay. So for me, right. The Padron 4000 Natural.
Okay, right, clarify your price point for me, please.
This was about. I think it was $12.99. I think is what I paid for it. Yeah, so that's that. All right, so for me, this cigar has had a good construction on it. It's got a good draw, very good draw on it. It's got a very woody toastiness to it. Got some coffee notes that I pick up on it, some caramel notes that I pick up on it. Might be closer on the full. I don't know, medium to full. Let's just go medium to full because I feel like that's safe. But the smoke definitely had a nice full aroma on it, nice creamy in the air smoke. I would say that I've gotten just into the second, third here. Pretty even burn for the most part, you know, and I hadn't got a ton of changes in it, but I would say it's been very pleasant throughout. You know, it's been enjoyable. One of the cigars that, you know, sometimes you got a background stick. This one, I kept trying to turn it to a background stick, but I kept coming back to noticing it to the forefront, which is a good thing about it. Yeah. So I'm gonna say from 1 to 5 rating this cigar, I don't want to rate it on the curve of the fact that it's $12.99 and I was able to really enjoy it, but you got to consider that also. So, I want to give it a 4 just off the curve. It's a 4 on the curve. I'm gonna go 3.9. But if I want to, I forget it's a 4, man. It's a 4. It's a 4.
Go for it. Go for it.
That's a 4 for $12. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I don't have no gripes about it other than the fact that I didn't feel like I'm starting to change yet, and I'm getting into the second, third. But the notes it is doing it very well, man. It's just been an enjoyable experience.
Nice. I like it. I don't think I've ever smoked that type of Padron before. So I've smoked plenty of Padrones, but that band, I've never really grabbed that particular band. So I'm gonna have to venture in that. I see them all the time, but I'm stuck on a certain type of Padron. Whenever I look at Padron and I grab one, I usually veer towards the other band on the Padron than that one. So I might have to go over there right quick. Especially it's half the price of the other ones usually are, because you grab those other bands, they're gonna be like 25, 30 something.
Definitely.
On the low end, 19. So that's a good price point.
It's a great price point for an enjoyable stick, man.
Yeah, for sure. But so hey, shout out to Padron, man. I'm glad they got one in that range. All right, man. I'm gonna go into this right
before you jump into your joint. I don't know. Tierra may have just threatened to smack or tackle me. I'm unsure.
Over Usher.
But leave Usher alone, man. My bad. You got it. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Woo. Hey, people don't play about. Hey, this ain't no beehive or nothing like that. But I guess Usher got one of them followers. Don't mess with.
Yeah, man.
There goes my baby.
Yeah, my fault. Anyway, let's hear about this Rocky though.
It's Rocky, man. So I had to go back and look and see what this Rocky was. Like what timeline did it come out in? And I'm gonna get into that in a minute because I'm highly confused right now. So getting to the cigar, it says it has a Honduras Sumatra wrapper, which has it on the upper end of the flavor profile as far as like richness and boldness. I did not get that. I got the ease of a smoke. This thing was smooth from beginning to end. So I'm usually ready for Rocky Patel to give me some spice and punch me in the mouth like right off the first light. Did not do that. Smooth into my smoke. I went with a V cut, of course. So that also aids with the ease of smoke a lot of times. But it was good. It was smooth. No harshness off the rip. None of that Sumatra that I'm typically used to, like that harshness and that spice that like kind of just hit you in the mouth really hard. Real ease into the smoke. So I love that about this cigar. I got some good tasting notes of some slight oiliness, a little bit of liquor, not liquor, but licorice. That's kind of like in that tail end of the tasting notes after you get your graham cracker, your brown sugar, like your toasted marshmallow almost. Something in that vein like that. Like it's a subtle sweet, not like a strong marshmallow, like we're like really, really sugary marshmallow, but like a nice toasted ease of a marshmallow somewhere in it. Some kind of toasted graham cracker marshmallow type of deal. Some cocoa notes, good coffee bean espresso notes as well. A lot of flavors and a lot of smooth flavors at that. Like it's real smooth how they done this. And I'm looking at the band, and when I picked this up, it's like I don't remember seeing this purple band Rocky Patel Royal Vintage ever. So I'm like, where has this cigar been all my life? It rivals some of my favorite Rocky Patels. It definitely has rivaled some of my favorite Rocky Patels, which has me perplexed. So I'm looking at some articles, and we see this thing has articles dated back in 2013. 2013. I think that's when it came out. So I'm like, where has this cigar been my whole life? This guy was a price point about $15. Really good smoke. Might rival some of my favorite Rocky Patels. So I really, really, really enjoyed this Rocky Patel. Really enjoyed it. So if I'm going to give this a rating out of 5, I'm going to say a 4.4. One of my best smokes of the year so far. And this is not me, milking Rocky Patel. You know what I mean? I tried my best to not like them because they always take my money. Yeah. Rocky always finds a way to get my money. So I'm trying to find cigars to not like from Rocky Patel. So I'm like, that one ain't for me, right? Because they got enough that's for me. And this one has got me. It's like I got to pick this guy. I got to pick it up sometime soon. I got to get some more of these. I haven't seen them ever. I don't know if I'll ever see them around. They only had one box in Cigars International, so it's like, where have you been all my life? Right. It's really good smoke. So I'm gonna give this cigar a 4.4, man. 4.4. Really good smoke. One of my favorites of the year to this point. Really enjoy this guy. Really good.
There you go. Good. All right, well, shoot, there you have it, man. That's the end of this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast, man. Keep your sticks up high, man. We up out of here. Peace.
We out.